We're just gonna roll.
Probably an update because I know the last update I did, it messed up a lot of things,
Your last Windows
especially when
update?
to go to Windows. Yeah, when to go to Windows 11, had
Yeah,
to like reset a lot of stuff.
right. Well, we are live and we appear to have audio, or maybe we.
Okay.
Yes, we do. Ah, that delay. That delay is something fierce.
Yeah.
But yes, we have the audio. And we appear to have audio. I might be a little low, but if I'm low, let me know. Welcome everyone to Down the Middle and just this nightmare fuel co-host here. I swear, if you could cackle, we could just make a horror movie. This could become a horror podcast real quick.
Yeah, I think it's the eyes.
I mean, it's a very expressive face for an avatar like that. Just do me a favor, just look dead in the camera and go, "I will eat your children." Oh, but anyway, yes,
Is
down the. Oh, welcome to Down the Middle, where we talk about pro wrestling and we call it right down the middle because that's where the title came from. My original co-host was a pro wrestling referee, hence the reference. So
oh cool. Uh-huh.
yeah. No, no, we don't come up with random names here in the Arte podcast pantheon. They all have a hidden meaning behind them. But
That's pretty cool.
tonight's podcast starts with a favor. We are humbly asking all of you to take a moment and click the first link in the description after you're done watching the podcast, of course, and vote for our friend Shawin from the Goosebumps Crew podcast and vote for him for the 2025 Face of Halloween, which, if Hakeem's avatar had entered in, would win no problem. But since he has not entered, vote for Shawin. It's free. Vote once a day. It takes you 10 seconds, and we would very much appreciate it. Nobody deserves it more than Shawin. I've known Nick since I was 3 or 4 years old, and he has always been Halloween's always been his thing. That is something that has never changed for
Uh,
him. So meeting Jamie Lee Curtis would be a life dream come true for him. So all you have to do is vote to help him live that dream. So please do that. And then the rest of the podcast is brought to you by the Arte podcast and, of course, WWE Supercard, which, interesting today, I saw they announced that AJ Lee cards are now released into the game.
yeah, I saw that. It's pretty cool.
So, and I'm trying to get one. Although it said today that I got a super rare card, but it's one that I already had. So I don't know. But
Oh,
more on
okay.
that. More on that later. Tonight we're going to be discussing the announcement that WrestleMania 43 will take place in Saudi Arabia. Also, the release of Andrade, and we're gonna take a preview look at Wrestlepalooza, which is coming up this weekend. Yeah, it's this weekend.
Yeah, so close.
Uh I kind of regret not getting tickets because it's in my hometown, but my beautiful, way too nice wife actually looked up tickets and she showed me, and I said, no, I'm not spending that much on. It's not happening. As much as I would like to go, I'm not going to spend that much money.
Is it as bad as SummerSlam or a
I
little bit
don't know.
cheaper?
I don't know how much SummerSlam tickets were, but it's
Oh, well, it
probably.
was really expensive. It was like in the thousands.
Oh, okay.
Like I
No, it's
saw it
not.
for like 750.
It's not that bad, but I'll put it this way: the cheapest seats that were available were like 270, and the seats sucked.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
fair.
I'm not. Now, granted, there's not a lot left, but the ones that were left
Mhm.
were expensive and they sucked. So, I'm good. I enjoy. Well, I was gonna say I enjoy watching it better at home, but no, I'm not gonna lie. Going to a live wrestling show is a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun.
It's something I have to do one day. So far, I never went to a live show, only
But living
TV.
living in New York, that's got to be tricky because you have a lot of events. I mean, I'm sorry, you have a lot of venues, but they're all massive, aren't they? Unless you go to an indie show.
Yeah, 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 like they would have to like a big show like Madison Square Garden
Yeah,
or something like that.
or like one of the stadiums.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of like AEW came to the Indiana Farmers Coliseum to give you an idea.
Uh-huh.
So it's actually I actually like that venue because there's not a bad seat in the house. It's kind of similar to the what do they call? Is it the Rosemont in Chicago? It's not the big
Okay,
venue.
yeah, I heard that,
It's the
yeah.
one where the first All In was at. It used to be the Allstate Arena, and now it's the Rosemont, or
Uh-huh.
maybe it was the Rosemont before.
Oh
But
yeah, I like that arena.
that's another
Yeah.
really good venue because again, there's not really a bad seat
Hmm.
because it's just not too big. I think those smaller arenas get slept on a lot because there's like I said, limited capacity, but that's kind of a good thing because you're never going to get screwed over on your seat, even if you can only afford one of the $40 ones. You still can see what's going on. But
Exactly,
anyway,
I like that. To me, it's a better, like, intimate, feeling where, like, you're all part of the show.
yeah, and there was an indie promotion. I'm blanking on the name, but it was a really good show. I went because Ricochet was wrestling. What's his name? Matt Cross. Matt Cross in the main
Oh,
event.
okay.
So
Hmm.
that's why I went. But I gotta say, I enjoyed the entire show, and it was in like a circular. It wasn't an arena. It was way too small to be an arena, but it was interesting because it was like a theater in the round sort of thing. So
Uh-huh.
again, because the seating was tiered the way it was, there wasn't a bad seat in the house, and you could see and hear everything. It was awesome. I would very much like to go back, but it's in South Bend, which for those of you who are in Indiana, I'm in Indianapolis, so that is a haul for an indie wrestling show. It's a 2 hour drive
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask you
through
how far away. So,
through nowhere. And South Bend, I'm just gonna say South Bend sucks. South Bend is a horrible, horrible place. But anyway, I digress. Also, you'll enjoy this, Hakeem. I just had to explain to people from Venezuela who Macho Man Randy Savage was
uh-huh.
in Spanish.
Did you
Even
do the
though
voice?
I did, I
Yeah,
had to.
yeah, I know, I
I can even recite what I did because the story is my stepson apparently is a big fan of sunglasses, and
Uh-huh.
he got a pair for his birthday, and they look just like the Macho Man. They're red, but they
Randy.
look just like the
Yeah.
Macho Man style. And I took one look at them
Uh-huh.
and just went, "Oh yeah!" So calling him Macho Man, and she's like, "Who?" And then I'm like, "Ahora, por tu cumpleaños, tu hijo tiene lentes exactamente como mío." Oh, yeah. In hindsight, should have recorded it.
Yeah, he should have.
Just I didn't think so, but I showed him a picture, and I'm just like, this is dead. Oh god. So anyway, when they made the announcement that WrestleMania for not 2026, 2027, so WrestleMania 43,
Yeah, yeah. So it's 2 years from now.
I wasn't shocked. I mean, I'm no longer surprised when they're acting like having an event in Saudi Arabia is still a big deal, and it's not.
Well, I guess it's not the event, it's like wish event. It's the one event that people from all over the world go to. No,
This is
to
true.
see.
Okay, that's a valid point. That is a
Yeah,
valid point.
so it's like it's not like wherever that show was, like their Rumble. Sorry,
Oh,
people
the
don't care about
greatest
that.
Royal
Yeah,
Rumble
yeah,
in
yeah, yeah,
Riyadh,
yeah.
yeah.
When they have that stuff, yeah, yeah.
Well, but and here's the thing, like I wouldn't see to me if you must go to somewhere in the Middle East, I feel like Dubai is the best choice for a show like
Oh,
WrestleMania.
sure, sure, but but for the average person, they don't think that. They think it Saudi Arabia as a whole, where
Yeah, that's
war
true.
and crime, they don't thinking that it's safe or anything or luxury.
Oh, I'm
They're
going to tell you
thinking that
right
it's
now.
sand. You know?
I'm going to tell you right now. Saudi Arabia is safe, safe enough. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it
just
depends where you do. As long as you keep to yourself and no,
I
it's
mean,
pretty okay.
there's something to be said for a society that will cut your hand off if you steal. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
the average person on the street is good. However, I did see a video on TikTok that genuinely made me laugh out loud. Um, it was a girl. I forget her username because I should have shouted her out, but I can't remember. But
Hmm.
she said previewing all the women's. wardrobes for WrestleMania in Saudi. She just comes out
Uh-huh.
wearing the exact same bodysuit with a different scarf to the different theme
There
songs.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's that part. It's like, okay, if you're a lot of people from England goes over there to WrestleMania, wherever it is in New York. I mean, in America.
Yeah.
It's easier for them to go to America than it would like them to convince their whole family to go to Saudi Arabia.
Oh, for sure. But again, this WrestleMania is for just like every other show. This show is for Saudi Arabia, which is kind of why I feel like WrestleMania is kind of a like I'll put it to you this way. I know why they
Mhm.
did it because Saudi is paying for everything and they're
Oh
paying a
yeah, yeah,
lot.
of course.
So
And
the tickets
yeah,
are just gravy. Like I get it, but at the same time, it's kind of like well that because I'll it's just like you said, I don't think people from England, or at least not too many, are going to be lining up to take the family to Saudi Arabia to watch a wrestling show.
yeah, yeah, absolutely not. Or even over here, like
But when
you
it's
know,
over, no, but seriously, when it's over here though,
uh,
when the climate is different, when it's over here,
mhm.
people from all over the world show up.
Oh no, no, I mean people from America going to Saudi.
Hmm.
Like that's going to be a
Oh, that
hard
ain't good.
sell
That's not going to
also.
happen.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen because at least half of the American population is convinced that they will die by suicide bombing if they go to Saudi Arabia, which is not.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
It's
I'm not gonna
like
say.
it's
I'm not gonna say it's not true, but
mhm.
it's not as likely as some of you think it is.
Exactly. And that image is still there. The robes, everything, the religion, all of it's still there. And a lot of people are fear of it, and they want to see wrestling. They don't want to be in like a war zone. So
And they're just the and see, here's the thing. I don't mean this disparagingly to the people of Saudi Arabia. I'm just trying to
mhm.
explain it from the American perspective. We view the rule about women not being able to show any skin whatsoever the same way they view us as being okay with it. There's a cultural
Yeah.
divide there
Yeah.
that it doesn't make sense to either party. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's it's whatever.
It's like, okay, me and you will understand that it's pretty okay there and we'll be fine there. But for the average person, they're not going to do the research. They're not going to look up a video. They're just
Yeah.
going to have one mindset in on their minds and keep with it,
Well, and
or stay with it.
to be fair, when they and believe me, I'm not sticking up for Qatar here. But when Qatar had the
Mhm.
World Cup, a lot of people were making a big deal about them like okay, so in Qatar, how did they word it? Being openly homosexual on the street is illegal. But to be fair,
Sorry about that.
to be fair to the Qataris, this was not a surprise. This isn't like the Pride Parade got off the plane and were like told, like you were told,
Yeah.
and the poor Qatari minister of culture kept having to talk to journalists and be like, he legitimately did not understand what he's like. Why is this so difficult for you people?
Yeah.
Just don't do it here.
Yeah. You wait a day.
Yeah, exactly. We're here to watch soccer. Do you like what? I'm sorry. We're here to watch
That,
football.
yeah, 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 exactly. Like, well, I still call it soccer. I don't care.
It is fun fact. I actually looked it up. It was called soccer
Mhm.
first, so the rest of the world can suck it.
There, like, I'm not going to change what I always said. Soccer, you know what I mean? Like,
Exactly. Everybody knows what's. But no, but the game was actually called soccer first. So
yeah, yeah, uh-huh.
so you all changed it. So if you don't like that, I got two words for you: American football.
But yeah,
But
it's
yeah.
just funny.
Now that being said, when WWE has a show in Saudi, um, well, the early ones weren't exactly stellar from my recollection, but
Mhm.
I mean they put on some decent shows there over the years.
They were okay shows. Like, it was just like I would say I just got used to them. It was more so like I was just conditioned, where it's like it's okay.
Well, yeah,
I
okay, okay. So
yeah
a pretty good example might be when AEW hypes up a venue that's just not, it's just
yeah
not a thing. It's like we're in
mhm,
Saudi Arabia, and I'm like,
yeah.
okay,
And I think the thing that hurts the worst is like we all know it's for money. Like you could have picked
yeah.
any other country, and I think they would have been okay with it. They could have been Japan,
Personally, I think WrestleMania,
UK.
yeah,
Uh,
that would have been great. And then like the shows
yeah,
in Europe, the crowds are always fantastic there because,
absolutely,
and I know
absolutely.
because WWE doesn't go there all the time, but like that
Yeah,
crowd
yeah,
in
yeah.
what show did they do in Berlin? That crowd was on
Oh,
fire.
that. Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Even
I,
the in France was pretty
yeah,
good.
France was big.
That was a good one.
Even when they went to Wales, that was like that crowd was, although
Yeah,
Welsh people are, they have a reputation. So,
yeah. Yeah, I liked them. Like even when AEW went to was like the UK
hmm,
that time, that was a really big crowd and they were really into it. So
the first All In
it's
especially,
yeah, yeah.
but
I
yeah.
just don't
So
get why. Why I get why, but
I expect
I
a
still
very
think they're gonna be so I think they're gonna be so improbable in the next 5 years. Or at least a big partnership where they'll sell to them without people knowing officially. You know, like I think like how like I think Starbucks is owned by Saudi and other companies like that. So, I think it may be one of those things.
well. Funnily enough, okay, I'm thinking in real time here.
Mhm.
I mean, all Saudi would do is just pour money into it and watch it come in. But see, I will give credit where credit's due. I think that if some organization in Saudi Arabia bought it, they would want to be hands off and just be like, just give us money. So they would put people in charge of it that were, good at wrestling.
Be- I agree. I think to a certain point, the main point I would guess is the women's wrestling. Will they change them? Will it
See,
have to be if it's
here's
on
the
their
thing.
TV? No.
Well, I think it's on their TV, isn't it?
Well, it is. I mean, like the normal like Raw, SmackDown. If they have ownership of it, will they make sure they are no changed into like the
I don't,
Saudi
I don't,
uniform
I don't
or
think they're
stick
that.
to?
I don't think they're that stupid. I think they would do it like when you're in Saudi Arabia, you would be, because
Uh-huh.
Western media is there. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
like
yeah,
they're cut off.
absolutely is. Yeah, that's how they know about wrestling
Yeah,
in
I
general.
don't think they would be that dumb, frankly. I
I
don't
would
even
hope
think.
not, but I
Well,
just
but
don't
here's the
know.
thing. I don't think the organization that puts on these events, they're not the ones that care.
Hmm.
It's the law there, and they have
Yeah,
to
yeah,
follow the
yeah.
law. I
Hmm.
truly don't think they care because money, like I've said it on several
Hmm.
podcasts, I'm a dirty capitalist whore, so I like, but I believe that most people are deep down in their dirty little souls. So if they're like, listen, you want to make billions of dollars? All you got to do is let the ladies show their thighs and money. Maybe a shoulder, maybe a shoulder here and there, you know?
Yeah.
What I'm curious about is what would happen in the event of a wardrobe malfunction? An unintentional one, obviously,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, obviously. If it was unintentionally.
well, there
Oh,
was one. Who had one? Somebody did have one. I forgot. Like
recently?
they're within the last couple of years. I can't remember.
Oh, okay. I know Charlotte had one.
In
The
Saudi
girl
though.
with the feathers. Oh, and sorry. Oh, was it Valkyrie or whatever her
Oh
name
yeah,
is?
she had one. Strap came loose. That
Uh,
was the last one I knew of.
yeah,
I was it
yeah.
Carmella? I mean, it was a while. It was a while ago.
Okay.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
But speaking of Charlotte,
Oh yeah. Speaking of Charlotte, yeah.
Her
when
her
yeah,
her ex-husband has been released. I
yep.
read something about a wellness policy violation, but I don't know
Yeah,
which.
yeah, I heard about that too. I heard about that too.
Well, which the only thing I'm gonna say is that's rich coming from the company that owns the UFC.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's like the number of fighters that openly smoke pot on video. That's cute. That's hilarious. Assuming it was
Yeah.
pot. Assuming it was pot. But I mean, come on, it was
Uh,
totally pot.
well, yeah, and I honestly I think that wellness violation only came out of left field because he either I heard he no show an event because he didn't like the booking, so he just didn't show up to it. So maybe it could have been like in retaliation from that. Okay, well,
Very
we have this in our
maybe.
back pocket. No, I don't
Yeah.
think it was like outright, oh, he's up there smoking something, fire him. You know, I think he would have at least a warning or a first strike or something. I think it
Well,
was something more.
I think that's something where it's like, oh, we got a random test, Andrade,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
no
Only for
showed
you
the
though.
event. Yeah, only for you.
Just sprinkle something in it before he takes it.
Just for you, buddy. But my question is, I'll be honest, I'm not shocked that
Yeah,
he's unhappy with the booking. I'm not shocked that he eventually got released,
I'm
but
not happy with the booking of him. Like it
yeah,
was weird and okay, it was weird and it seemed like it was going slightly uphill with Ray Phoenix as a tag team, but he's not really a tag team guy. You know,
no,
he's
he's not.
good. He's really good at singles. Tag team, not so much.
So my sort of conspiracy here is, well, not my conspiracy, my hypothesis.
Hmm. Hmm.
I think Andrade is best when he is head of a stable. Because
Yes,
if
like
you
that
look,
other guy,
yeah, if
El
you look,
Tismo, or whatever his name is. Oh
Hijo
no,
del
his name is
Fantasma,
Santos. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Santos
Santos
Escobar, yeah.
Escobar.
Which
Yeah, yeah,
okay,
like
okay.
him.
I'm just gonna say it. Those two are without mass. Those two are basically the same guy,
Same. Yeah, absolutely.
except that
Absolutely.
Santos has better English pronunciation. Andrade
Yeah.
has a very thick accent. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
but they're basically the same guy.
Absolutely.
Even
Even
yeah,
the way they brought up and the way their stories, how they had mass, lost it, and
and then
even got into WWE.
went to the states. Yeah, like
Yeah, yeah,
they
yeah.
very
It's
similar
really
paths.
identical. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, but if you look back at and see the funny thing is I didn't know about his career as La Sombra until after Andrade was in WWE, and I've said
Uh-huh.
this before. When he first came to NXT, I was like, "What's so special about this dude?" I didn't see it. It was the
Same here.
match. It was the match he had with Aleister Black that I understood. I was like,
Uh-huh.
"Oh, okay, I get it. I get what they're doing with this guy." And then they moved him to the main roster, and well,
Yeah.
yeah. So Stoner brother, which ones are boring gimmicks, brother? By the way, thanks for popping in, Stoner Bros. Um, where was I going with that? But yeah, so I mean, I would like to see a return of La Sombra. Now, I think under the laws of Lucha Libre, technically he can't because he already lost that
Oh,
mask.
okay. Yeah, yeah.
I will
The
say
price
that.
first.
I will say that I think Andrade was better in AEW.
He was because I guess it was more of him. You
Yeah,
know, like
that's what I think it was. And for a minute, when he was at his best, what was he doing? He was the head of a stable.
yeah, yeah. Exactly.
And
Exactly.
his last couple of matches were just good. I was
Hmm.
so confused. Yeah, yeah. I think what they're doing with Santos now is pretty boring. But I
Oh
see.
yeah, yeah.
I even
He's
liked.
so much better than what they're doing now. Like he's
Oh, he
okay,
is.
but he's so much better.
I I gotta say, I loved what Santos Escobar was doing in Lucha Underground back when he was
Yeah, I
why am I
actually saw that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
King
I went
Cuerno,
back and
right?
watched that. Yeah,
Dude, his match with Prince Puma matches, who was
yeah, yeah.
Ricochet. Oh my
Hmm.
God, so good. And like just the way they portrayed him as a heel, but the kind of heel that was just legitimately good. I always say
Yeah,
the heel that's frustrating because it's like you want to hate him, but at the same time you're like, damn, he can wrestle.
yeah,
But yeah, so
yeah.
I don't know where he'll go. I would assume he'd go back to Mexico, but you might see him in Japan. Like he might go to CMLL.
That's true. That yeah. I don't see
CMLL
him
would
going to
scoop him
Triple
up.
A. I mean Triple, yeah,
Well, but
Triple
Triple,
A. I don't
well,
see him going.
yeah, he could go to AAA, and that's where he was before.
Mhm.
But AAA is technically owned by WWE now. But I know that
Yeah, that's what I mean.
they're running independently though. But
Hmm.
it's ownership, but it's still managed by, which I think that would be cool. But CMLL would try to gobble him up, I would think.
Yeah,
And they have
I
a
just don't know.
partnership. They have a part, but the CMLL has a partnership with AEW. So,
That's true. So
and
I have no idea.
technically so does New Japan. So I don't know. But I was joking. I joked with you in our chat. I was like, "You think
Yeah,
Tony will
yeah,
take him back?"
yeah. He
I mean,
might.
Sammy Guevara is still there.
Yeah, yeah. He's a little out of the doghouse now,
Who's
especially since
Sammy?
yeah, yeah.
Well, all I'm
He's
saying is I gave Tony that booking idea that could have made Sammy a superstar, and he didn't do it. So just, God damn it, Tony, what are you doing? And I'm making a solemn vow right now. I sold my house. I am moved in. The wedding is over. I promise I will watch wrestling more consistently. I promise. I have much less going on as of right now. No, dude, like seriously, on Monday,
Uh-huh.
I closed on my house on Monday.
Oh,
I'm
that's
sorry,
awesome.
on Tuesday. On
Uh-huh.
Monday, I had to have everything out,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and so not without getting too deep into it, but the plan was to move out on Saturday.
Mhm.
Saturday it rained all day. So I said, well, shit. Okay,
That
so
sucks.
we'll do it on Sunday.
Yeah, yeah.
I might be weird here. The storage unit that I got, I just assumed storage units were 24-hour access. Apparently, that is not always the case, even though I've never had one that wasn't 24-hour access.
The ones over here are they're 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Right, right. Okay, so I'm not crazy. But
No, no.
apparently here where I am,
Mhm.
when the office is closed, the gate is closed.
Oh, that's weird.
And
That's
I know, right?
kind
And
of that's kind of I was gonna say creepy, but that's kind of like sleazy almost, a little bit shady a bit. Oh.
yeah, so thank goodness we were loading up the truck and we were pretty much done with the house, but I still
Yeah,
had
yeah.
stuff in the garage. And thankfully she said something because if I hadn't listened to her and checked,
Mhm.
like, well, it didn't matter because we weren't we were 8 minutes after 9 o'clock when we were back up to this area. So I had to I had to go in at 6 o'clock when they opened the gate and unload everything and then go to work at 9.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
a busy day.
that was horrible. But I still had crap in the garage, so I had to go back Monday evening, load all that
Mhm.
stuff up, and then get it out of there. But I did, so it's all done. So I have more free time now. But if you enjoyed that story, or just for some reason, if you enjoy listening to me talk, guess what? You can get even more of that by tuning into the Arate podcast. Playlist is in the description, where I sit down and have long, drawn out, informative conversations with people that I find interesting. If you don't find them interesting, fuck off. You can watch something else. Anyway, what
And that's the
else?
bottom line.
And that's the bottom line. Alrighty, so Wrestlepalooza. Where is this taking? I know it's in Indianapolis, but again, this is the not the biggest venue, but the second biggest venue. This is the basketball arena. They're having it at Gamebridge Fieldhouse, which used to be Conseco Fieldhouse, and before that it was Market Square Arena, and I think before that it was the RCA Dome.
Okay.
Can't remember, but I remember Market Square Arena. It's gone through a lot
The
of names.
the tickets are like if you want anything like up close, it's about 2,000.
Oh my
Like that's just too
goodness.
much.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think the cheapest one was
That's,
like $400. Maybe it was two something, but it was a crappy
uh-huh.
seat. I think the cheapest
Yeah.
decent seat was 400 and it was still pretty far away.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I see. Like one's like 300 or 280, and it is like it's the top row. And
Yeah.
so, and it's just not
At that
at
point,
that point,
like
is it worth it?
at that point you're just watching the show on your phone
On
from your
screen, yeah,
seat.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like what's the point of a live show? You gotta watch the screen.
I mean, the music is better. There is something to be
Oh yeah,
said,
I'm
but
pretty
yeah, but
sure.
if you
Yeah.
can't, if the ring looks like a couple of ants fighting, it's not worth it. But this,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, there's only one match that I really don't care about. The rest
Uh-huh.
of the, which there's only been five matches announced. They might, although their pay-per-views have been 5 to 6 matches, so this might actually be it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And again, not necessarily in this order, but it's usually pretty close to this. The first match they have Io Sky versus Stephanie Vaquer for the now vacant Women's World Championship. Which I'm
Wait,
not gonna lie,
is vacant? Why?
it says that it's vacant. I know. I tried to look it up. Who was it? Was Tiffany Stratton, right? Or was it Becky? Who
What?
was it?
Well, it can be Becky, I don't think, because Becky's with
Becky's got
Punk and stuff.
Becky.
Uh,
Becky's got a belt though, doesn't she?
I don't think she do. I remember seeing her out with a belt. It's
Hang
like,
on,
wow. Uh,
hang on. We're gonna investigate this. WWE.com. Let's see.
it's
Superstars. Oh yeah, the women's world title is vacant. Tiffany Stratton has
yeah.
the WWE Women's Championship. Why was it vacant? That doesn't make any sense. Let's
Wait,
see.
who wasn't okay? Tiffany was the champ and wasn't not Io. She wasn't one. She lost it. It wasn't Bianca. Oh, I know. The girl who got pregnant.
Oh,
Naomi.
Naomi. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That's right. I
that's
forgot
why
all
it's
about.
vacant. Yeah,
I
yeah,
forgot
yeah,
all about
exactly.
that. Oh God, the
Okay,
comment
yeah.
section on that clip on social media were hilarious. But congratulations. No, seriously, congratulations to Naomi. That's awesome. It's gonna completely kill her heel run, but hey,
Score and kill her career run.
I mean,
It's
I didn't
like,
think
come
about
on. By the
that,
time
but
she comes back, it, she was on top right now, but and next year, I doubt they will push her anymore.
no, I doubt it
Maybe.
too. Which is a real shame because I actually, through sheer dumb luck, I watched a championship match she had with AJ Lee in FCW.
Oh, cool.
It was really good.
hmm Oh yeah,
Like I
she
said,
always been good. Even when she was like in that stupid gimmick with the
well,
Funkadactyls.
I was gonna say, and then
Yeah,
she got
like
called up. Then she got called up to WWE and was made a Funkadactyl.
yeah. Even that, I knew she was the best one that tagged. It was her and that other girl,
I forget.
Carmelo or something like that. I forgot her name.
I don't remember what her name was, but yeah, she's been out for a while. That was during the Total
Yeah,
Divas
yeah,
era, which I'm not
yeah.
gonna lie was a guilty pleasure of mine.
Oh, I enjoy it. I don't care. I don't have no guilt for that.
I just liked it when
I
I
should
just liked it
integrate
when
it.
I loved it when they added Paige and she was like, "Yeah, no,
Yeah,
fuck this
yeah,
shit." She's like, "I'm gonna be
yeah,
different."
yeah, yeah.
No, she was a breath of
That
fresh
was,
air on that show.
she was. And also when it was doing like Total Divas, the like reality TV show.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
That
about.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. That's what honestly made me get back into wrestling, to be honest. I saw like the second season of that, and then I was like, okay. I started watching for like years, and
Yeah.
I saw that show, and it's like, okay, back in.
So how likely do we think? Because I saw Paige's interview on Chris Van Vliet.
Mm, yeah,
How likely do we think she's gonna make a WWE return eventually?
I would say, I would say none or zero. I think she's done. I don't think she's healthy enough to. she can return as like a valet or a manager or something like that. But again, I think her time in the sun is done.
Ooh, I don't
I think
know.
she's hurt.
Well, okay.
I
And
don't.
granted, this is it maybe.
Mhm,
See, I kind of okay. Here's my thing. I think you're right. I think she is for now, but I
mhm.
think she's anticipating being able to wrestle after some recovery time. And the reason being is because just because of the way she was talking. I don't think
Yeah,
it's gonna
yeah,
be. I don't think it's gonna be like for years, mind you. But I think she might have one more title run, kind of like what everybody thought was going to happen in AEW and then didn't happen. For
yeah. Well, I don't know. Again, I don't know how healthy she was. Like when WWE released her, there was like, like something's wrong with her neck or something. And then when AEW hired her, that was cool, but she wasn't wrestling like she used to.
but
Like
she
she was
actually said
slower.
that was on her, and she said
Oh, okay.
he said she really wished she hadn't wrestled so conservatively because she was fine. This is her talking.
Mhm.
She said I was fine. I was medically cleared, but and I get it. Trust me, I get it. When you have that kind of an injury, and
Yeah,
if you listen to her tell the story of when it happened, you're like, yeah, I'd be a little freaked out too.
absolutely. That's why I don't really want her back into wrestling. It's almost like a Nikki Bella type thing. Maybe
Well,
she'll
yeah,
come back like that, but
I think that would be it. And I think that would be fine because you tell me the place would explode if her music
oh
hit.
yeah, it really, really, yeah. They haven't forgot about her. Like
Yeah,
maybe in like 5 years, maybe. But
you come back in Saudi and wear like a
Burka.
that can be the reveal. She just comes out in full burqa.
Yeah.
Oh my
I don't
god!
know.
But anyway, who do we think's gonna win?
Honestly, it should go with Stephanie. Like that should be like the win. It wouldn't make sense to go back to EO. Like, what's the point?
I
Well,
see. Here's the thing. I'm gonna love this match, and
mhm.
this goes back. This is the difference between pro wrestling and real fighting because I think if this were a real fight, I think if everything that has happened on screen was happening in real life, I think Stephanie for sure is gonna win it. But
Yeah.
I don't want her to fast. I don't want them to fast forward her too much, too fast. But they
Oh
do have
wait,
another.
my bad.
They
I'm seeing Stephanie. I think I'm seeing the name, but I'm thinking that Valkyrie girl.
oh Lyra.
Yeah. I was thinking her. I was like, oh, she deserved it. But like Stephanie, maybe. But between the two, it may give the EO.
I think EO's hot enough right now where and okay, so here's the thing. Up to this point, Stephanie's been on a very, very strong winning streak, and I get it because they're building her up.
Yeah.
But much like you don't want to have a Logan Paul problem where eventually if somebody wins too much and isn't your world champion, and I think it's too soon for her to be a world champion. I'd like to see her get another mid Carter first, but
Mhm. I know. I totally agree. Because honestly, to me that would be a good way to let people know who she is. Because her personality isn't really there. Like she does one
well,
move that
I
proved
don't know.
it. You know.
I disagree. I think
Oh.
her personality's there, but I do agree with you. The one move, the fascination with
Uh-huh.
that one move is really, really weird to me because it's so
Yeah.
obviously fake.
Yeah.
But it's
Well,
well, we all know why it's popular.
exactly. Yeah.
We all know. We all know. But I digress. Stephanie's very good.
Hmm.
She has that it thing, that thing that you don't know what it is, but when you see it, you know what it is. Jeff Hardy has it, Rhea Ripley has it, CM Punk has it, Cena has it to a point, but you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. She has it.
Yeah, she has it, but I haven't seen it like brought out of her. Like I know exactly what you mean, but to me it was more of that it factor in J New Japan. Uh over here, to me, she's just like lost in the shuffle. Like
Oh,
she's
see,
there but not there.
I don't know
Oh,
about that. I think she's white hot, which is the only reason I might say
uh-huh,
maybe you do put the title on her. But I
uh-huh,
think it depends on what you want to do long term. If you want to elevate Io, it's a great way to elevate. Io's already in the world title picture. If Io wins that match, they can both walk out of there winners, so to speak, because
uh,
nobody's gonna lose popularity from losing that match. However, Io's been champion before, and now she's got the new thing, which again is another thing that I'm not really sure why it caught on, but hey, it's here. But
yeah,
then again, Io might be the challenge for Stephanie. Now, what they might be building to, because it seems like they just keep wanting her and Julia to wrestle, which I won't
uh-huh.
complain. But I don't want that to become like Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, where it's like once every two
Oh
years
yeah, God, I hope not.
they have a feud, you know? Like,
Yeah, it's like I hate that Kevin got hurt, but I was like, oh God, thank God. Like it's something
just stop.
different.
Well, and that's so there's a phenomenon. I'm sure there's a proper name for it, but there's this phenomenon where when you're good at your job, you get called on so often to your own detriment. And that's what happened with
Yeah,
those
yeah.
two. Because those two,
Uh-huh.
you can literally say to those two, any show, no prep, go out there and have a match, and they'll tear the house down.
Yeah. I would say those two, and I would say Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny. Like
Well,
all four of them. Well, back then,
they
maybe not so
can.
much now.
Well, no.
I
Here's the
haven't
thing.
seen them now, but
I'll give credit where credit's due. Tommaso Ciampa, I think, is fantastic. No
Mhm.
notes. Johnny, I just wish Johnny had more than one facial expression.
Yeah,
He
or
just
like
emote,
get a little
do
more muscle.
something. Well,
Or eat a sandwich or something.
just eat a sandwich. I'll never
Seriously,
forget
like
though.
he always looks hungry. Like he's just fasting for days on end.
I will say this much though. The first time I exposed somebody to wrestling, I said, "Oh, there's an NXT takeover. Like watch this. It's going to be great."
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, and it was the one where he and Tommaso Ciampa had that lights out match.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was
And and
phenomenal.
it, and it well, yeah, but okay, so you got to understand this person has never seen wrestling before, ever.
Uh-huh.
And Johnny took out handcuffs,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember.
and I just turned and saw the look on her face, and she's just like, and I could just see on her face, she's like, is he about to fuck him? And I can't say anything because they're already in their underwear. Like
That's true.
you're an unfortunate slip
Oh
away
man.
from something very bad happening on television, and it is a
Mm.
premium live event. So I mean,
Yeah.
thankfully it didn't come to that. But and like at one point he had like it wasn't a whip, but it looked like one. Like it was a belt, and that's what it was. And
Oh yeah, yeah, he was whipping him. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was like, oh
It's
god,
foreplay.
I was literally I'm like of all shows, all shows, you guys have to do this of all shows.
And next the baby oil will come out.
Yeah. Hey, at least it wasn't gold dust,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and
That would be worse.
at least it wasn't the way. That was so cringe.
Yeah.
Seriously, anybody who is a fan of that, I reevaluate
Oh,
because
come on, no one was a fan of that crap.
I watched one of their therapy sessions. I'm like, this is the
Mhm.
weirdest. Like, why are these two grown ass adults listening to these other two grown ass adults that are like
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
like they might be 5 years older than you and you're acting like they're your parents? It's weird.
yeah.
Especially for Austin Theory, who I forgot that was him. Why is he listening to Johnny Gargano?
Yeah.
He could literally pick him up and throw him. Why? Why are you
I
doing
know.
this? It's so
Just
weird.
leaves like a pimple.
It's so weird. And poor Indy, it was so creepy. At least she got to keep her name on the Indies.
Yeah, well, they didn't want that, so you keep your name.
Um, I'm gonna predict Io wins it, but I won't be disappointed if Stephanie wins it, and the place will explode if Stephanie. But the place will explode if Io wins it.
I'm gonna say Stephanie's gonna win
You know
only
what?
because Io's been winning and losing back and
I,
forth like so have
I'm
to.
I'm gonna change my answer to Stephanie because they're really pushing this Wrestlepalooza thing.
Yes,
Like
well, that's the other thing.
they're trying
Yeah,
to make it new and different, and I agree with you. I think Stephanie's gonna win it
yeah.
because they want this to be memorable, and in the words of Jim Ross, by God, that'll be memorable.
And the thing is, okay, once she wins it, I don't think there's no long-term booking. Like, who's next?
Well, fortunately
There's no
for
one
them,
next.
fortu- fortunately for them though, when you have a new champion who's never been champion before, you can get away with a temporary period of just like people coming and challenging.
Yeah, sure, sure, sure.
And then maybe you get something built. Because sometimes there's lightning in a bottle. Sometimes it just happens.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, but next we have this is the only match I don't care about, and honestly, it's probably just because I haven't been watching. We've got the Usos versus the Vision, which is Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. And why didn't you call it Braun and Braun? The Bronze,
Yeah,
like the
BNB.
Vision,
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah. I know.
Vision.
I have been watching, and I hate that I have been watching. Because from the Yin and I don't know, the Applebee boys, I don't want to
Oh,
watch it. I, I really don't care about this match. And the whole thing about the shoes, like they haven't
it's
finished
so
that
weird.
stupid thing
It's
of
so
him
weird.
collecting Roman's shoes. It is like left off it. Like he got two pairs of Jordans and that's it. What's the point? I'm sniffing another man's shoes.
Must be it's a Gen Z thing.
I don't know, man. It's just bad.
Yeah, yeah. He took my shoe.
Shoe collector.
It's just like God. I don't care, but I have to. I don't care, but I have to make a prediction. So I'm just gonna say because Braun Breaker's on the team, I'm gonna say those guys win because in a real fight, there's no contest.
Oh yeah, I know Bronson and Braun's going to win because like okay, Jimmy, wait, he hasn't been doing much. And Jay, he's been eating in the corner.
He's been
So,
eaten in the corner.
so there's not much.
I just
I
want
don't
I want Braun to spear him and just have Jay let out a high pitched
know.
yeet.
Yeah, that'd
Actually,
be
what they
cool.
need to do, they need to have Braun pick Jay, and it has to be Jay. They need to have Braun pick him up and throw him out of the ring to the outside, and the memes of people with the old school yeet.
Yeah.
This needs to happen.
The Vision. Oh, that's such a stupid
That's
name,
such a
though.
stupid name.
The Vision.
But you know what's not stupid?
Uh, what?
Like you're like he's about to say something stupid. This transition is not stupid because and you should not be stupid. You should totally download WWE Supercard because, as I said the last time, they are a sponsor of the podcast. But I cannot tell you viewers out there to purchase or download anything without trying it myself. And I gotta say, I was pleasantly surprised. The card collecting aspect is addictive.
Yeah.
It really is now. And just like with regular trading cards, you get a lot of repeats. But then when you get one of those really good ones, like I was psyched when I got my Jade Cargill card because you know me, Jade since day one.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though I think her career is not, it's going to be shorter than longer. But even she said that. But that's why I get it while it's hot.
Pretty much. I don't blame her.
Yeah, I don't blame her either. She said she flat out said that's why she went to WWE because my career has
Yeah.
limited time, and
Yeah.
AEW certainly wasn't teaching her sufficiently. Because you got to admit
Yeah.
she's way better in the ring than she was, and I'm not cutting her up, but I mean that's just a statement of fact.
She's somewhat better. I've seen too many bloopers of
Hey,
her
hey,
recently.
better.
Especially on like the live shows, not the live shows, but like the tape shows, like you see them do the same move over and over again. Her
Yeah,
flopping.
better. Better doesn't mean incredible. I'm just saying there's been
I know,
improvement.
that's,
And just like you can get
yeah,
improvement,
yeah,
just like
that's
you can
true.
get improvement on WWE Supercard because every day you get a bonus pack and experience points when you just open the app daily. You get your daily reward. Play through some of their games. I recently played through their Royal Rumble game, which okay, it was a lot of fun, but make sure you have time because it's a
Oh
lengthy
yeah,
one. But
yeah.
it is
Hmm.
fun. It is very fun. Um, and the more you learn about the game, it's the easier and more fun it is to play. And you should definitely do it. And the best part is it's free. Now you can make in-app purchases, obviously, but you can download the game for free. Like I said, you get packs for free as you level up in experience. So
Hmm.
download and play WWE Supercard and have a good time. It's a great way, especially if you ride public transit. It's a great time killer.
Yeah, I like games like that.
It's
Regularly.
fantastic.
Mhm.
I still have to figure out how to challenge other players that I know though, because when I figure that out, I'll let you guys know what my username is so you can challenge me and you'll probably beat me because I'm not good at video games, but I play them anyway because I'm not a quitter. So don't be a quitter. Download WWE Supercard today, but use the link in the description so that tells WWE that we sent you there. And for those of
Yep.
you who just joined in, download WWE Supercard for free today. All right. What do we have? Because we just got an influx of viewers, so they didn't hear that. So do that. Next, we got the match that made SmackDown explode, which everybody knew this was coming, and nobody's disappointed that we're getting it. CM Punk and AJ Lee in a mixed tag match with Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. And this one's obvious, but I will still watch with a smile on my face.
It's obvious, but honestly, I've seen the one with Cena and Miz, and I like that one a lot better. I'm pretty sure, but this one's okay. I just don't care for AJ Lee. I just not,
Really?
I don't know.
I was a big fan
Oh,
of AJ Lee.
oh, oh, the therapy, like, come on.
Oh, that
And she's
okay.
like, and she's like, has to have the body of like a 12-year-old. Ah, she's like one Sanford from Rio.
She's a little bit bigger than Riho,
Oh yeah, because she's taller, probably.
marginally. And I see. Here's the thing. I agree. I would agree with that statement about having the body of a 12-year-old. Back when she was back before. Now I think she's. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Oh, she's
She's still
mature.
small. Yeah.
Yeah, she's mature. It's just that it looks odd now where it seems someone like in their 40s, like skipping down the ring with some like
Well,
short shorts.
well, when you put it
It
like
just
that, hang on, those because somebody told me, and I'm fact checking this real quick, but
uh-huh.
somebody told me that even though AJ Lee is was in the industry significantly before Becky Lynch. Somebody told me that AJ Lee is younger. No, they're the same age. They're both
Oh, they
38.
are?
Yeah.
Really? Oh,
However,
I thought
yeah.
she was older.
Yeah, no, AJ Lee is older by just a Oh no, I'm sorry. Becky Lynch is older by 3-ish months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but they made it sound like it
Uh,
was years.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, no, so AJ Lee is actually younger than Becky Lynch marginally, but they're basically the same age. They're both 38.
Uh-huh.
Not to call out the lady's age, but I didn't know they were that young. I thought they were older.
No, I honestly did. Like, they both look like they're in their 40s. Like, honestly, Becky could go for 45. And so can
Oh, come on.
AJ.
45?
Oh, now, yes. Back then, when before she was with Steph, but now when she's like toned down and like has like 1% body fat, she makes her looks a little older.
That's a good point. Yeah. That's true.
No,
And
like
CM
back
Punk
when
is
she was like the
46.
other one. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, he looks it.
Yeah, now that he's got a little pepper in there. But yeah, I mean, come on. This one's obvious, but this is one of the ones that's so obvious that like they can't swerve it.
Well, they can.
I mean,
Like,
they can. That would be a very, very bad decision.
well, I don't know, because it's so obvious that they want like retribution for CM Punk getting
If
beat up
if
and Punk
if
out.
if they're planning on making this a long-term thing, but I don't think they are.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I think this is like the the end of it.
Well, because AJ Lee is still part of that Women of Wrestling program, or at least I think she is.
She is, but she signed a contract. I think I heard for like at least a year.
Oh, really?
So
Okay. Well,
yeah.
well, I don't know. I don't know. Which, by the way, I've watched that show. I've tried to watch that show. It's so bad. Like,
Oh yeah, I know. I know.
I wanna support wrestling, but it's so bad.
Some you can't.
It's because they're trying to be Glow. And
Yeah, 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 exactly.
in
Exactly. It doesn't have to.
1985, that worked.
Yeah.
It doesn't now. They have a wrestler there who is called the Disciplinarian, and it's exactly what you think it is. Ruler and all. And
Yeah,
that is when I turned it off.
yeah.
It's like, oh God, even the crowd is asleep in that show. But yes, and then we have Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre again for the WWE Championship. Snore, Cody's gonna win.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's unfortunate because I like Drew, but to me,
I
he's not going
do.
nowhere.
Yeah,
He's
now,
just there.
yeah, it's just,
He,
I wish
he
they
even
would
got
find.
better on the mic. He's a better talker, does a better promo now, but now
I don't
it
like
just seems
Drew
they
as a
use
heel, though. I'm just gonna say it.
really?
I don't like Drew as a heel.
Hmm. To me, that's the only way I like him is that he'll like they're
Did
really.
you? I don't think you watched him when he was in TNA as Drew Galloway, and he was, I forget.
I've seen some of it. I've seen some of it, but yeah.
That was good stuff. That made me a fan. That
Uh-huh.
made me a fan of
Yeah,
Drew
yeah.
Galloway at the time. And then he came back to
Mhm.
WWE, and at first I was like, yes, as he comes out, he's like, I'm gonna shake up this locker room, and then he
Yeah.
proceeded to do none of that. So, I mean, and then they gave him the fucking sword.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I checked out. I checked out of the after the sword. I was like, really? You just
Oh yeah,
played?
like play to stereotypes. Like they're like, ah, come
I
on.
mean, like, it was only a matter of time before they were going to paint his face blue. He
That
just
is
comes out
true.
there. He just comes
I'm
out there. He's
surprised they
like,
haven't.
I know, right? He comes out and said, "You may take my title, but you'll never take my freedom."
And then Rusev comes out, sides kick him. Oh man, it's
I'd actually
upset.
be. You know what I would be okay with, legitimately. I don't know that this has ever been done. Let's do a best of seven series of triple threats with Drew, Sheamus, and Rusev.
Oh, maybe best of four.
Nah, best of seven.
Wait, seven? It must seems so much for like the same three guys over and over again.
Here, but that's what a best of seven series is supposed to
I
do.
know, I know, I know, I know.
I don't like best of fours, kind of like how I don't like WWE's tournaments because they're too small. And it's like, how did like I'm a self-professed huge fan of the G1 Climax, and I know it's
Mhm,
obnoxiously long,
mhm.
but that's the point though. Like it's supposed to span multiple events,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
tournaments are great booking because you get a lot of different matchups, especially if they're round robin, because then you technically get all the matchups. And
Mhm.
it takes up TV time with interesting because there's an end point in mind. They're not just random matches. There's always a goal. But even
Uh,
Tony doesn't do tournaments right either because he just makes them so convoluted and stupid.
yeah, and I remember at first it was about some like cashing the chips and like your bet on yourself and all that stupid stuff. Like that's not gonna last.
Well,
And they started.
The Continental Classic is just the G1, but worse
Okay.
with the point system because that's what the G1 Climax does. But I don't
Uh,
know, they just do it better. But well, I think it's because New Japan just presents itself as a sports entity, whereas AEW has Orange Cassidy and Danhausen.
not really more. Like
Well,
they're
yeah,
pretty much
that's
dead in the water. I haven't
well,
seen honestly, I haven't seen Orange Cassidy in over a year.
good.
And back. Danhausen. I think he was let go. I
Good.
think so. I'm not too sure.
Well, and
That's just true.
he did a Chris Van Vliet interview out of character without makeup, and I'm like,
Yeah,
what are you doing? That's the only thing you have.
yeah.
What are you doing? That was a mistake. That
Yeah, he
was
did that
that
one
was
and another one he did with somebody. He was out of character. He was just no
no,
pink or nothing.
that was a severe lapse in judgment for you, my friend. And then finally, for some reason, we have John Cena versus Brock Lesnar.
Which makes no point at all. Like,
I
who
mean,
cares?
it's not the John Cena farewell tour anymore. It's the John Cena nostalgia
No.
tour, which is okay. It's okay.
Mhm.
But if you think that anyone but John Cena is going to win this match, I mean, what are we doing here?
I don't know. I don't know. I hope he doesn't win, to be honest. Like,
I hope he doesn't win, but we all know he's going to because it's the John Cena farewell tour.
maybe. I could see Lesnar putting out a win and like splitting his pants again and twerking. Like that is like come on. That took me out of
So the real
it.
question is, are they going to re-sign Mustafa Ali in time for WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia? Or I guess they could have Sammy. They can just
Yeah.
have Sammy. Yeah. Because for those of you, actually, Sammy did. I forget which show it was, but it was one of the ones they did in Saudi Arabia, and they did a little video of him doing his pilgrimage to Mecca. Because for those of you who don't know, Sami Zayn is a Muslim, and that was pretty cool. It was pretty. You can tell it was a really big deal for him. Makes sense. It's required. I
Yeah,
think
at
it's
one point they didn't want him there for some
yeah,
reason.
and I don't remember why. I remember
They was
reading
like
that.
he's banned from coming to Saudi. So he was like on the shows like the first few years he wasn't there. And Kevin was
Yeah,
here. He was protesting against him.
yeah,
Against
yeah.
for him.
I recall that. I don't remember what it was. Is it maybe
I
because
think
Sammy? I think Sammy's a Shiite Muslim, isn't he?
yeah, something like that. It
I
was
think
like a
it's like that.
different
Hold on, I'm gonna.
tribe. I have no idea how it
Why
works,
was
but
Sami Zayn banned from Saudi Arabia? Ah, because Sammy is of Syrian descent,
yeah,
and
that was
and
Syrian. Yeah, yeah.
Saudi Arabia had strained relations with with Syria.
Yeah, that's what it was. I knew it was something like that.
And Noam Dar, who is an Israeli wrestler, also has never participated in any of the Saudi events.
Yep, that's true.
Okay, so that would be why. Um,
Yep.
but yeah, apparently some things changed.
Oh yeah, because he
Actually,
did
I know
appear
because now,
before. Mhm.
I think it did have it had more to do with him being of Syrian descent, but I think it had more to do with the fact that the Syrian government was a was the Bashar al-Assad regime Shia? I think they were Bashar al-Assad Shia. Wow. Okay, people have Googled this. Alawite? Alawite?
That's close enough.
Okay, well, I don't know. I don't know, but that would be why because he was of Syrian descent, and at the time they had problems.
Yeah.
But he's allowed in now, and he got to go to Mecca. And I always forget. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I always forget what they call the big black thing that they go and touch. That's in Mecca.
So many things I could have said.
I told you I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. The big black cube. What's the big black thing in Mecca? Wow. Okay. Apparently, this gets Googled a lot.
Oh man. It's I was gonna say
That's
it's almost
disgusting.
going.
The Kaaba. I knew that. The Kaaba. Yeah. So he touched the Kaaba. You stop that. You stop it.
Oh man.
It's inappropriate, Hakeem. It's
Yeah.
inappropriate. He touched the big black cube. You can do with that what you will.
Oh
He
man.
touched the big black cabal.
That's what they call it now.
Stop it. Stop it. I'm talking to myself now. That will be Wrestlepalooza.
It it looks kind of like I don't know, a pack Monday Night Raw or
It
SmackDown. It
does,
doesn't,
yeah.
you know,
It does
especially when it's so
play, yeah.
predictable. There's nothing like extra. There's no tag champs, I don't think, on the
I've
card.
No, I've
There's
said it
no,
before. I've said it
yeah.
before though, and I'll say it again. I kind of miss those old I miss the old pay-per-views. Like, but
Hmm.
even because you had the big four, but then you also had like your Vengeance, you had your No Mercy, Armageddon.
You're absolutely right. Yeah. Judgment Day, stuff like
Yeah,
that,
Judgment Day. I forgot that one. And like those were good, man. I remember
They were.
there was a solid like 4 years where it was just banger after banger, and they were like no miss pay-per-views.
Is the themes were like really good and like they really meant it. Like Judgment Day or Vengeance, like someone did someone wrong throughout the whole year and they finally get their revenge
But
and
like there have
it
been
was good.
WrestleMania, yeah, there have been WrestleManias that felt more like a Judgment Day in the last
Hmm.
few years. I don't count WrestleMania 40 because that was WrestleMania 40 was genuinely stacked for me at least. Like I felt like that was a
Uh-huh.
great, and 41 was less so, but
Yeah, sure.
well, there was a lot of repeats.
Yeah, there was, there was.
But yeah, so
Honestly, I
any
think once like Hell in a Cell became like a regular pay-per-view and stopped
and
being an
Extreme
actual,
Rules, yeah.
yeah, that's when it is starting to go downhill.
Well, because you're oversaturating. Now, Extreme
Yeah.
Rules, I don't hate as a concept anymore. I used to just loathe it. But
Uh-huh.
how realistically, how is it different from ECW One Night Stand? It's not.
Yeah.
I don't hate the idea of the pay-per-view where everything is some sort of I wish it was less gimmicky where it's like, oh, an Extreme Rules and a tables match. It's like, or we could just do it ECW style and just call it Extreme Rules and you know,
Yeah, pretty much.
that you know I used to like that about WWE ECW where they would they would designate like this match will be contested under extreme rules. And I'm like, okay, I'm down
Uh-huh.
for that. I think it would have been better if just ECW was, always extreme. And I used to say
You would think
that
it would be.
you would think it would be, yeah. But I said if if you're not going to do the whole show that way, at the very least, the ECW title could have been like the hardcore title in the sense that it's always contested under extreme rules,
Uh-huh.
and they didn't, and it was the weirdest thing ever, and that's partially why that show failed for a lot of reasons, not least of which being that how are you going to defend the Extreme Championship Wrestling title in a normal wrestling match?
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense. It's like a digress from what you actually do, you know. So
It was like when Eric Young won the Knockouts Championship. It just didn't make any sense.
yeah, it was funny
He's not
though.
a lady. He's not a lady. It made sense when Santina Morello won it
Yeah,
because that was genuinely funny. See,
I always want to see
Santino
it though.
Santino is how you do comedy wrestling, minus the Cobra. I was never a fan of the Cobra.
I wasn't either. But it just made sense when it reminded me so much of like Mankind Sacco, Mr. Sacco. No, so you have the
Yeah, but
Cobra.
that's a legitimate move, the mandible
Yeah,
claw.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
but Cobra. I will say I did enjoy watching some people sell it, but
Yeah.
it shouldn't have been a thing. But in Santino's defense, he said he did it once as a joke and the whole audience popped. And I'm sorry, but in
Yeah, yeah.
wrestling,
It caught on. Yeah.
I get it because I remember he tells us. I think it was on Chris Van Vliet. He told the story. He was like, "I did it
Yeah.
once. as just a stupid little gag.
Yeah, yeah.
And they loved it. And he was like, okay, well, then I did it again and they loved it. And then somebody came up to me and said, you going to do that on TV? And he's like, I guess so.
Yeah, at that point you have to.
Yeah, at that point you have to. So I don't blame him for it. I just hate the fact that
Uh-huh.
wrestling fans are in a state where somebody makes a cobra with their hand and
Yeah, yeah. It was the original Orange Cassidy, but at least he could wrestle.
well, and that's the most frustrating part is Orange Cassidy can wrestle.
Oh, yeah, you can. Yeah, you're
He
right.
he
Yeah,
just he just needs his opponent's help to do all those moves.
yeah. Mhm.
But anyway, maybe if he had done the cobra like to their eye and just made it like a stylized eye poke, it wouldn't have been so bad.
That's true. That's true. 'Cause it would be still a legitimate move.
Yeah, because I can see that, and then he waits for him to turn around and he just goes.
Yeah,
But then somebody could like
that would
somebody
have
could
been
like
cool.
catch it. Somebody could like catch it and do something with it.
Yeah,
That would have been funny. But
that
anyway,
would.
see, you can always make it better. Well, anything else to add, or shall we let the people? Don't forget to click on that first link in the description, people. Vote for our buddy Nick Shawwin Shaw from the Goosebumps group. Oh, and speaking of which, I'll just let everybody know, especially if you're in Texas or if you can go to Texas, the Goosebumps crew guys will be appearing at Curse City Con, which I believe is not this weekend. I think it's next weekend. Maybe it is this weekend.
Cool.
It is the 28th, so I think that is next weekend. Yeah, so
Yep.
next weekend they will be appearing at Curse City Con, and they're going to be moderating R.L. Stein's panel,
That's
which
awesome. That's
well,
awesome. Really like that.
when they learned that they all had to collectively change their pants, and I don't blame them because that's kind of like they've
Yeah,
all
that's
well
super surreal.
actually I don't think Bjorn I don't know I know that Isaiah and Nick have met R.L. Stein before. I don't know if Bjorn has, but they're gonna give him the questions and add to the discussion, which
Yeah, yeah, uh-huh.
that's awesome for those guys. Congratulations, they're part of our podcast network and they rock. They're celebrities now. They've won. They've officially won.
Yeah, that's really cool to meet R.L. Stein. I
That
never
is
was a
that is
book
really cool.
collector, but of his, but I used to watch the shows a lot. Goosebumps.
Yeah, very, very cool for those guys. But there's also going to be other horror stuff there, including the cover designers for various Goosebumps books. The voice of one of the voice actors for the newest Goosebumps video game that came out will be there. I forget her name. I apologize. But you can check all that. Just Google Curse CityCon. You can get all the information there. But don't forget to vote for Nick for 2025 Face of Halloween. And don't forget to tune in next week for the next episode of Weekly Wrestling Wrap Up. We're coming close. We're coming to the end. Last week we uploaded our Office parody, so check that out.
Cool.
And we'll see you guys in a couple weeks for another episode of Down the Middle, and we'll probably talk about what happened at Wrestlepalooza and
Yeah, see
our
the
disappointment.
predictions. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe it'll surprise us.
Maybe
Maybe.
I still need to watch the other AAA Worlds Collide, but I feel like it's too late now. I'll just watch the next one.
Oh, honestly, it's not worth it. I saw
Really?
parts of it.
I mean,
Mr.
Mr.
Iguana,
Iguana, yeah, he's on the show, so
come on.
I already kind of wrote it off.
It's not worth it.
I
It's
gotta
the
say,
ball man and
I didn't think,
rolling
I didn't think
around.
it could get worse. But
Oh, they always get worse.
a guy with a hand puppet, a sentient hand puppet, yeah,
Yeah.
it can always get worse.
Yep.
Well, we'll see you guys in a couple